one very good piece of news from Afghanistan yesterday. Our ADF managed to get out another 472 people, Australian citizens, Afghans, permanent residents, people who'd worked for us, some UK people, and that effort is continuing. So bravo to our people. But let me now show you something. 2 top US generals and their medals. Now, the guy on the left is Dwight Eisenhower. He merely led the Allied army at D-Day, the landings at Normandy, led them all the way to Berlin, helped to defeat Hitler, and helped to end World War II. The guy on the right is General Mark Milley. He's Joe Biden's top general. He just lost Afghanistan. But cop which guy won all the medals? Tell you what, it's a sign of the times. All must have prizes, never mind performance. And straight to the panel. Michael Kroger, former Victorian Liberal President, Steve Conroy, former Labor Senator and Cabinet Minister. Steve Conroy, the fall of Afghanistan. Were we stupid to have our soldiers there for so long, fighting and dying, and for this?
Look, we weren't stupid to be there, upholding our part of both the alliance, our part of a UN resolution. I was in Parliament, I voted for it. I understand all of the arguments around it. Does it diminish the value of what we've achieved? And I'm sure from talking to friends who I know served and helped and worked in Afghanistan, they feel very diminished by the outcome that we've watched over the last 10 days, which has just been a disgrace and an embarrassment of the entire Western Alliance. Should feel ashamed of how it's departed and what we've left behind us. With people who helped us, who relied on us, who needed us, and we've abandoned them.
Golly, Michael Kroger, I mean, I just wonder the next time America asks us to contribute to a foreign deployment, we're going to change a nation, a culture and all that. What is our answer going to be?
The answer is going to probably be a very long one. And if it looks like anything like Afghanistan or Iraq, the answer is probably going to be no. If it's a short, sharp incursion, it might be yes. But God, how shocking is this Biden and Kamala Harris? Disgraceful. What are we left with? A Royal Commission into our soldiers? I mean, for goodness sake, a Royal Commission into people's behaviour on the battlefield. You don't know whether you're going to be shot in the head, blown up by an IUD, shot by friendly fire, green on green, and they're being investigated. My father was in World War II, and all those diggers that fought in any war, whatever war it is. We've got rules the other side don't. I mean, give us a break. The only good thing to come out of what's happened in the last week is that people now realise what an appalling figure Joe Biden is, and that Robert Gates, the former Defence Secretary, and he was, of course, CIA chief under Bush Senior, Gates said some years back that Joe Biden had been wrong on every foreign policy decision since the 1970s. And it proves that Gates is right. So the only good thing to come out of this is that we know how bad Biden is, and it's probably going to be a one-term Democratic government, and thank goodness for that, Andrew.
Yeah, but if it's lost Afghanistan in 7 months, what's he going to do for the next 3 years and 5 months? Sorry, Mike. Steve, go ahead.
I have to disagree with Michael very strongly on one. Okay, the investigation has been clearly identified as not battlefield situations. I think you diminish the other things you say, Michael, by trying to whitewash a legitimate investigation and a legitimate case. This is not battleground situations. I have stood up in Parliament and spoken about battleground situations, and I will always be on the side of our troops in the fog of war. This was not the fog of war. And I think you diminish everything else you said, Michael, by that last little part.
Well, I'm entitled to my own views, Stephen. I understand your point, but...
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
I've got to
go on,
add
Andrew.
too, gentlemen, that 13 of the people named in the Brereton report as potential war criminals now got a letter from the head of the ADF saying, guys, I don't see the evidence against you. That's it. So I think we also I take your point very strongly, Steve Conroy, but we should also believe in the presumption of innocence and their guilt was not established. So we shall see about the rest. That will let the chips fall where they may.